Hello students, so today we are going to begin with the next poem of your syllabus, and the name of the poem is Clothesline. You can see in the video itself what is clothesline. Clothesline is it is nothing but a rope on which the clothes are dried. Clothesline can also be like a rack on which the clothes are dried. So in this poem, the poetess wants to speak more about her clothesline. It is a funny poem which gives you a gist that what it is, how is the feeling when you look at a cloth which is blown out because of the wind and it goes away in front of you, but you cannot do anything. So in this poem you can see that the poet is trying to describe her favorite cloth, her handkerchief, which has, because of wind, it has flew away from the clothesline in front of her, and she describes the way how it is blown away because of wind. So it is kind of funny, the poem is kind of funny and you will enjoy it. Let's see, let's explore, let's begin. So let's begin with the poem today. The first sentence is, hand in hand they dance in a row. So now she is describing the clothesline, that they are closed by, the clothes are very nearby, so they look like hands in hands, they dance in a row, hither and thither and to and fro. So because of wind, they are either going in front or back, or they are moving to the left or right. So hither or thither and to and fro. So in this sentence she is trying to describe the clothesline and the clothes which are hung on it. Flip, flap, flop, and away they go. So in this sentence she is also describing the sound of the clothes while they are moving because of the wind. Flip, flap and flop. Fluttering creatures as white as snow. So in this poem, the poetess is trying to describe the clothes which are kept on the clothesline. They are all white and they are fluttering now. Fluttering means because of wind they keep on moving very fast, very quickly. So that movement is called as fluttering. So in the first stanza, the poetess Charlotte Druitt Cole is talking about the clothes hanging on the clothesline. To her they look like as if they are holding hands, standing in a row and dancing merrily. She compares them to white birds that fly in the sky, making the noise flip, flap and flop. Now let's move ahead with the second stanza. Like restive horses, they caper and prance. Restive horses means restless horses. Those do not take rest at all. They are always movement. They are always in movement. They are always doing something. So like restive horses, they caper and prance. Caper and prance means they keep on doing some movement, they keep on running, they keep on doing some race. Like fairy tale witches, they wildly dance. So we have seen in the fairy movies that how the witches keep on dancing. They dance so wildly, very fast. So like fairy witches, they are dancing. Rounded in front but hollowed behind. So it is a image where you can see that in the previous image you can see that the clothesline, the clothes have come in front because of the wind, and behind it has formed a curve or a hollow. So it is round in front but hollowed behind. They shiver and skip in the merry March wind. So the poetess also feel that the clothes are shivering and skipping in the wind that is very happy during the month of March. Let's begin with the third stanza of this beautiful poem Clothesline. One I saw dancing excitedly. So from all the clothes which are hung on the clothesline, there is one which is dancing very excitedly, struggling so wildly till she was free. So this cloth wanted to get free from the clothesline. She was struggling a lot. She was trying hard. Then leaving the pegs means clips and clotheslines behind her, then she left the thread, that rope of the clothesline, and she left the pegs which was holding her. Pegs are the clips which you put on the clothes so that they don't flew away. So she left them. She flew like a bird and no one can find her. And now this cloth which the poetess is trying to describe us has flew away from the clothesline, away, leaving the pegs behind, leaving the clothesline behind. So there is one cloth. What is it we are going to see now ahead? So let's move ahead. So let's begin with the last stanza. I saw her gleam like a sail in the sun. Now till now, poetess has tried to continue with the suspense and compares some cloth to a shining sail in the sun. The poetess tells us that she was flipping, flapping and flopping away with happiness. She was very happy and she was flying away like a bird happily in the sky. Nobody knows where she now can be, and no one knows where that someone has gone away. She flew away so fast that nobody knows where she went and where she could be now. Hid in ditch or drowned in the sea. Ditch is a small hole which is there in the nearby the roads, and drowned in the sea means drowning means pani mein doob jana. So she's thinking that nobody who has gone away from the clothesline, that one cloth is hiding in the ditch or drowned in the sea. She was my handkerchief, and finally poetess has revealed who it is. It is her handkerchief. Not long ago. So she's telling that when it was on clothesline, it was my handkerchief. But she'll never come back to me, to my pocket, I know. Now she knows that she's never going to come back. Who is this she? It's her handkerchief. So students, you see that just because of the last two lines of the poem, that the poetess reveals that she was talking about her handkerchief that flew away not very long ago. She is sure that it will not come back to her and it is lost forever. The poetess begins the poem with the happy note of clothes dancing on the clothesline, but she ends with the sad note of her handkerchief flying away and never coming back. So in the beginning, the poetess is very happy. She has described the poem in the happy way, but in the end, she has actually revealed what cloth it was, and it has end on the sad note. So the name of the poetess is Charlotte Druitt Cole. Thank you.